Welcome to Life on the Wabash, your home for the lighter, brighter, happier side of your community. We'll cover places to go, events to explore, recipes to try, and information that makes your life easier or more fun. Let's dive in. Good morning and welcome to Life on the Wabash. I'm Lindsay Veramis.
And I'm Victoria Payak. This show is your front row seat to what makes Greater Lafayette great. From upcoming events to local success stories, we give you plenty to explore.
This is also a teaching tool. Boilermakers like Victoria are in the driver's seat. They're producing this show while getting hands-on TV training in the process.
Coming up, looking for a consistent way to get fresh produce, a local vegetable subscription is bringing greens across Lafayette. We're exploring what the Purdue Student Farm is delivering.
She's teaching history and American pride through song. From colonial times to Amelia Earhart, her unique one-woman show is traveling cross-country as our nation marks 250 years. She's a cancer survivor, champion bodybuilder, and author. Today we learn about the journey, grace, and grit of making her book come to life.
Spring is here, and with that comes the perfect opportunity to refresh your space. The experts from Mud to Lotus are sharing simple, effective tips to help clean, declutter, and get organized this season.
Old items, new life. We visit Sell It Here to see how secondhand treasures get a fresh start and why shopping there can feel like a treasure hunt.
Looking to liven up the way you consume coffee? An aficionado of the beverage explains pour-overs and how you can make one in your own home.
With graduation and Mother's Day around the corner, finding the right bouquet can be difficult. We'll explore how Right Flower Shop is here for you. Life on the Wabash starts now.
Hello, I'm Lizzie Parrish with Life on the Wabash, and today I'm joined by Lane Butler, Assistant Manager at the Lobby by Gray House, located in downtown Lafayette. And today she'll be telling me what a pour-over is.
So a pour-over can be a lot of different things, but it is essentially kind of like making drip coffee that you would make on a bulk coffee machine, but making it one at a time by hand. So you get a lot more control over if you want to add acidity or bitterness, sweetness, extraction, things like that. So it's a fun way to make coffee for yourself, also a fun ritual to kind of have in the morning.
Yeah. Is this something that is usually made for just one person, or can you do it for multiple people?
Yeah, that's a great question. We have a lot of different drippers over here, so it's kind of up to you and how much coffee you want to drink. Something like the Chemex is going to be better for a larger number of people, and then something like the Deep 27, that green dripper over there, is going to be better if you just want a small brew, maybe like your second brew of the day.
I guess because of that ritual aspect, that might be something that draws people to this method of coffee preparation.
Definitely, yeah. It's not just like a transactional thing. You know, you can buy bottled coffee at the store, but this is something that you get to participate in and make a lot of choices for.
Very cool. How do you make a pour-over?
It's a great question. So I like to grind my coffee myself. That makes it the freshest. You get the most flavor that way. You measure out your coffee however much you want, and then you grind that on the appropriate grind setting. There's a little paper filter in here that you want to rinse before, just so it's nice and warm and stuck to the inside of your dripper. Throw that coffee in there. You're going to do a first pour, which is called the bloom. That kind of lets the coffee like off gas, get used to the water, and then a few more pours to whatever your desired amount of coffee is. And then your work is done and you just let it drip from there.
I'm guessing all those factors kind of influence the taste.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you want, so it's really up to you.
Nice. What's a good place you recommend getting these materials or learning more?
I'm biased. We have a lot of stuff here at the lobby. So we sell this, we sell these carafes, we sell kettles, lots of coffee, filters, things like that. The only thing we don't really sell is a grinder. But we will grind the coffee for you if you want. So that's a great place to get started. We also sell the Chemexes as well as our Kalita bee houses. Asking questions to the local baristas around is a great idea. Not everyone is making pour-overs at home, but a lot of them have opinions instructions about what dripper to use, what type of coffee, how to grind your coffee, all of that. And there's lots of good resources online as well. Morgan Drinks Coffee just posted a video recently, and then you can kind of go from there. So yeah.
All right, well, that is a lot of great information. I know I'm looking forward to learning to make a pour over on my own time. I'm sure everyone else is at home too. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thanks for having me.
The Lobby by Gray House is one of many coffee shops in downtown Lafayette, so be sure to check them all out.
She's blending history, song, and patriotism in a new and innovative way. It's time to meet a local woman who believes the past can teach us a lot about who we are today. Joining me now is classically trained singer Audrey Johnson. She's the artist and founder of a unique performance company of the I Sing American Heritage Through Song. Good morning.
Good morning, Lindsay.
So tell us a little bit about this project.
Thank you, and thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. I believe so strongly that music is one of the most powerful sources that we have to unite and inspire. And I am so proud to be what I feel called to be an ambassador of American music, to use the music of our history to bring people together.
What sparked this initial idea?
That is such a great question. As a classically trained vocalist, I went overseas as a part of my career path as an opera singer. This is a very common thing for many people. But I will tell you, the most profound experience that I had there was something I was not expecting, which was that it gave me a unique and profound appreciation for American culture, for our way of life, for the way that we treat each other. And it opened my eyes to how much we have in common, how much more we have in common than I think we give ourselves credit for. There's so much to be proud of there, and I felt called from that experience to come back home and to use the past experience and education that I had received towards bringing American audiences together.
And you're doing that in such a big way. 10 states now, multiple programs. Give us a sense of, you're dressed as a suffragist right now.
Yes, that's correct.
What are some of the topics you cover?
Thank you. So I currently have 7 program topics, and these are offered in multiple versions for children and adults. So we have the colonial and revolutionary era, the pioneer era, the American Civil War, the women's suffrage movement, Jewish American composers, the history of American Christmas music, and Amelia Earhart.
Wow. You are truly a one-woman show. What does a performance look like?
Often when I say that I'm an opera singer or classically trained, I see the glaze come over the eyes and I think, oh no, but I do understand to an extent where that reaction comes from. I think that the traditional art form has so much to be proud of. Certainly the artistic excellence cannot be denied. And yet there are some performance traditions that I feel tend to alienate audiences. And one of those is the standard recital format. Again, I personally love recitals, but they can feel a little stilted. You know, you go in and there are only a few times when you're allowed to clap, and then otherwise thou shalt not make noise. You know, I mean, it's very formal. And I think that sometimes for our modern audiences today, they feel a little hesitant, and they certainly, I think, hesitate with the question, is this going to be something I'll resonate with? Well, I feel that this is really for me. And so although I utilize the classical training that I have received and was so grateful to have in my performances, they are really nothing like traditional recitals. For example, the fourth wall is completely broken in the form of an engaging narrative with children that turns into even a guided dialogue, so there's even more interchange during the spoken sections. I also do not just stand there in the basic black the whole time. I utilize costuming throughout that changes, and above all, we have audience participation throughout every program, even the adults.
Oh, we love that.
Yes.
And we are going to get a taste of that in just a minute. So can you set this up for us? What will we be hearing?
Absolutely. So the song that we'll be hearing today is from the women's suffrage movement. And the music of the women's suffrage movement tended to fall into a variety of categories, all of which were crucial in moving that history forward. So we had some songs that were called piggyback songs. These are songs that were newly composed texts to familiar melodies. And the way that those melodies were chosen was very strategic, and it was designed to use the sentimental attachment for the original melody, and combining that with the new words really helped to open people's hearts to the idea of women's equality.
Okay, while we get set up, can you remind people of where they can find more information about your programming and what you have coming next?
Absolutely. Oftheicing.com is my website where you can find all information about the programs that I offer as well as upcoming performances.
Dear me, what a terrible clatter they raise, because that old gossip Dame Rumor declares with her hands lifted up in amaze that I'm coming out as a bloomer, that I'm coming out as a bloomer. I wonder how often these men must be told when a woman a notion one seizes, however they ridicule, lecture, or scold. She'll do after all as she pleases. She'll do after all as she pleases.
She's a cancer survivor, competitive bodybuilder, entrepreneur, and now a published author. Paula, thank you so much for meeting with me. I'm so excited to talk about your book today.
Well, thank you, Grace, for inviting me to be on your program.
Oh, absolutely. So, Paula, what inspired you to write Grace and Grit, and what made now the right time to tell your story?
Grace and Grit really came out of my journey as a cancer survivor and all those things that went into it. The highest survivability rate I got was 17%, and that was between three different oncologists. I could remember just like fervently praying on my knees, and tears are just coming down my face. And this is what I hear, a small voice, but it was loud. My grace is sufficient. And I knew that I was going to have to walk through that valley, but that God would be with me, that He would give me grace to do that. But I still had to show up for the fight. I wrote Grace and Grit not only to document what happened, but also to encourage people who are in those tough places, whether it's a business failure or a divorce or some kind of challenging illness, that it doesn't define you. Like, I'm not the cancer, but that experience has helped to shape who I am, and I want to encourage people in that that there is grace, that your best days are not behind you, but indeed in front of you.
Wow, that's really, really touching, and I'm so happy that you're here to tell your story today.
Thank you.
So, how did you get from breast cancer to competitive and champion bodybuilding?
I did not compete until 2016. I continued to, I was going through my cancer journey, and I had the surgeries. And as a matter of fact, the doctors pretty much were emphatic that you'll be lucky if you'll be able to do a class as a participant, let alone teach a class, let alone be a bodybuilder. Basically, Paula, put that on the shelf. That's not going to work for you. But that was my focus. When I didn't want to continue, when I didn't want to do the treatments, when I didn't want to have one more surgery, when I didn't want to take one more pill, I would say, one day when this is all over, I'm going to compete. And so in 2015, I was released from my cancer care and began preparing for bodybuilding. So I did my first bodybuilding show at 50 years old in 2016, and I have been competing ever since.
So, Paula, what advice would you give to someone who may be struggling right now?
The advice that I would give to them is this: don't give up. Don't quit on yourself. Your best days are ahead of you. Grace and Grit gives people the tools to do that. That in spite of their circumstances, they can not just survive it, but thrive in it.
Wow, that's amazing advice. Paula, thank you so much for meeting with me today. This was truly so inspiring. Where can people pick up a copy of your book?
They can order our book from Prime, Amazon Prime. You can come over here to Fit Forever Health and Wellness. You can pick it up at my flower shop, Blooms and Petals, Flowers and Events, downtown Lafayette. I'm also available as a resource as well.
Oh, that's so sweet. Can I give you a hug?
You sure can.
The Purdue West Shopping Plaza located on State Street was once a lively strip mall full of blooming businesses, from clothing stores to bookstores, and especially restaurants. Today, the plaza is a shell of its former self, and of all the illustrious restaurants that once graced it, only 2 remain. One of them, a Subway, the chain restaurant with the most locations in the US, surpassing even McDonald's and Starbucks, and the other, a much smaller restaurant with no bells and whistles, a straightforward name, and a 4.7 rating on Google. Which begs the question, how has David been able to stay in the ring with Goliath this long?
I kind of like that it's kind of more of a mom and pop place. I'm not really a big fan of the chains. I think it's a little more higher quality than most places around here. It's a good spot.
As it turns out, for an industry so cutthroat, you actually don't need that much to survive in it. As the owner himself will tell you, all it takes is good food.
That was a 4th of July, downtown Lafayette. For some reason, we decided to do a grilled chicken and rice that day, and it was an instant hit. While they're working, they see the photo of the chicken and rice, and they ask, "What is this?" Like, chicken and rice. Like, yeah, can I have that? And in less than a month, the restaurant was renamed to Grilled Chicken and Rice. That became our main dish, and the remainder is history.
Sadly, after more than 6 decades in operation, the shopping plaza is set to close next year. The good news is that Grilled Chicken and Rice won't be moving very far.
We are moving across the street to the Continuum building on Mitch Daniels Boulevard. Next fall, we will be open there.
For Life on the Wabash, I'm Sam Shakuri.
Today, I'm here at Purdue Student Farm with farm manager Chris Adair. Chris, could you walk us through how or what the Purdue Student Farm is?
Student Farm is a living laboratory that is just on the north side of campus. Students come out here to learn through class, learn through work.
I heard that you have a vegetable pass.
So the Vegetable Pass is a program that runs generally starting end of June through November, and it allows the community to participate in and purchase what we're able to grow out here.
What do you typically grow?
Obviously lots of tomatoes, lots of peppers, but even within peppers we have sweet peppers, we have hot peppers, we have even some very hot peppers, different kales, we do cabbages, we do kohlrabi, we do a lot of different root crops like carrots, radishes and turnips. We have quite a bit of onion production, and we are also able to work with the Miggs Research Farm south of town to provide a little bit of apples and occasionally some grapes.
So why should the community sign up for a program like this?
It is what allows us to pay students, buy our seeds, buy our fertilizers, buy what we need to run the farm that year. So it helps support what we do at the farm.
The work is different every day. I've been working here for about a year now, and I've really enjoyed the whole thing.
What's it feel like knowing that people in the community are eating what you've helped grow?
It's really awesome when we do pickups every Friday. Usually I see the same faces over and over again, and sometimes we get some comments from people. I remember one lady was like, "Thank you for feeding our family," and it was very sweet. You build relationships with the people that come through, so you kind of know who they are.
Natalie, why did you choose to work here at the Student Farm?
As somebody majoring in sustainable food and farming systems, I was really interested in the process of growing food and learning how that works.
And then why do you think the community should care about a program like this?
I think it's really awesome that they can just like support small farmers, and also they're just getting like really healthy and nutrient dense meals. And then it's also fun to like try new things. There's always like something different.
What does it take to own a flower shop? Well, today we're going to learn at Wright's Flower Shop. I'm here with Tyler Cotterman. Tyler, it's so good to be here with you today.
Thank you so much for coming. Welcome. And so excited to have you here, welcome you, and to talk about the business and how we serve the community that we're all a part of.
So 2026, you purchased and became the owner of Wright's Flower Shop in 2016. So this is your coming up on your 10th year of owning the shop. What has changed from 2016 to now of owning Wright's Flower Shop?
So much. In 10 years, location has changed. Staff has definitely changed. When I bought the flower shop, there was me and one other employee. Now there's 7 of us that rotate in throughout the week. So location, staff, also COVID. I think COVID changed the game for many businesses, including mine. COVID made a big impact. We lost a lot of events, but we were able to pivot and change some things, and things run better. And I think you'll see that in a lot of industries. It's just always changing, really. It's always changing. We're trying to find the best product, the right price, and the quality, right? And a great team of employees and that just do really well really good work, really good customer service, pay attention to the details, and take care of things very well.
Now, let's walk me through some of the flowers that we have around here. What is your favorite flower to work with, and what do you think makes the best bouquet when you put them together?
Ooh, those are great questions. So I'm a retail flower shop owner. We do a lot of roses, but there's so much flower outside of just roses, right? This is a specific variety called the Free Spirit. It's kind of got a ruffled edge. I've got a handful of other options for roses. The walk-in cooler has my tulips, has my daisies, has my iris, has all my other flowers. So I prefer a big variety mix of flowers. My favorite flower is stock. I don't have one out here at the moment, but it smells. There's one in the cooler, some in that vase in the cooler. It's kind of a spiky lateral flower, and it's just got a really good smell and a lot of colors. That's my favorite. As far as roses, there's a lavender rose called the Moody Blues. It's got a really good smell, and it's one of my favorites as well. Design, mostly we design in vases or baskets like this, but we're standing here at my wrap station. So if you don't want it in a vase, or you have your vase at home, we can wrap your flowers and then you can arrange them yourselves. No problem at all. So we have quality trained designers that can handle all of that for you. And so you can just walk it in and present it to whoever for a birthday or a new baby or whatever kind of celebration. But yeah, we can service about anything.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today, Tyler. If you're interested in supporting Right Flower Shop, go to rightflowershop.com or call at 765-743-2000.
Spring is here, so that means it's time to reset and refresh your space. Let's get some helpful organizing and cleaning tips from Mallory Eaton with Mud to Lotus. Come on, let's go. Mallory, thank you for letting us come here. So can you tell us about your services that you offer at Mud to Lotus?
Yeah, I offer a lot of different services. So most are in person, some are online. Right now I do a lot of residential. So space planning, organizing for sure, decluttering. It just really depends on the client's needs.
So we're in a home that you are currently organizing. Can you give us the process of what you do?
We will pull every single thing out, put like with like. That's when we have the homeowner come out and they will go through and make choices about any items that maybe they want to donate or throw away, or maybe they don't want to be stored in that space. I do drop off donation items that fit within my car. Then we have to figure out, okay, what will it fit into? We have to look at the space. So whether it's shelving or if we can stack totes. So then we have to say, do we have the right size container for however much of that stuff? And can we find a space? So it's not just finding space and putting it all willy-nilly. You have to create zones.
For someone cleaning on their own, do you have any tips for them deciding whether they should keep something, donate it, or throw it away?
For sure. So the first thing I would tell people is to do things in small chunks. A lot of people are like, I'm going to do the entire garage in a weekend. You might, but that's just overwhelming. Physically, mentally, it's too much. So what I usually tell people is do anything in a small chunk of time, even just 15 minutes. My rule is if you haven't used it within a year, you're probably not going to use it. Another tip I tell people with their clothes is, like normally you hang your hangers up like facing in, right? Mm-hmm. So what I have people do is actually flip it around. And if you wear it, you flip it back the other direction. So at the end of that season or year or however long, let those clothes go.
That's a good tip to know.
We really only wear about 20% of what we own.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And the other thing I see with people is like sentimental things. So, I have kids. I love to keep all their stuff, but there's other little tricks that you can do. Like my girls like the little digital photo frames. You can get like a cheap one from Goodwill. Point. And I've put my daughter, like she wants to bring everything home. So we take pictures and now it's on a rolling, so she can see it on the screen versus putting up a 50,000 papers.
So once the space is organized, do you have any tips for maintaining the space cleanliness?
So when you set up a system, one, it needs to be quick. So they say 30 seconds or less. So let's say a big issue I normally see with people is they walk into their mud room or entryway or whatever, and their kids just drop all their stuff and things are everywhere, mail's everywhere. You need a simple way to do it. So like one thing we do is we have a hook for each person in the family. As soon as you walk in the door, the coat, the backpack, the whatever goes on the hook. That took maybe 2 seconds. And you need it to be something that works even when you're exhausted, because systems are forever. Your motivation, though, fluctuates. This is what I tell myself all the time, don't put it down, put it away.
So do you have anything else that you would like to add?
I just want people to know it's okay to ask for help. Organizing is hard. It's hard to do everything by yourself. And I know that, there's different budgets and there's different needs, but if you're at a place where your clothing, your house, your work, you can't function, it's affecting your daily life, reach out to somebody. And find someone that has that skill set or can help guide you with that, because I think so many people think they have to do it on their own, and you don't.
Well, thank you for talking with us. If you'd like to connect with Mallory, go to our social media pages, Mud to Lotus, to schedule a virtual or in-person consultation. Happy spring cleaning.
Many people have items they don't use anymore and they just sit in closet or storage box. But here at Sell It Here, those items get a second life, and for shoppers, it's like a treasure hunt. Joining us today is Elizabeth from Sell It Here. Hi.
Hi.
How's your going?
It's going great, thank you.
Can you tell us a little things behind this business and then what makes it really different than others?
What makes us different is we are the largest one in Tippecanoe County at over 55,000 square feet. We pride ourselves on the cleanliness and just that experience when customers first come in. We want to give them, we want them to feel good when they walk through that door.
So what kind of treasures do you have in the store?
We have everything from clothing, vintage articles to collectibles, furniture, mattresses, appliances even. Vinyl records are popular here, as well as the vintage clothing.
Okay, so we know there are a lot of items here. How can these items get a second life?
Yeah, so a lot of these items may have been thrown out, donated. When people come to shop here, not only are they going to save money, but they are going to give these items a new life, as in repurposing, upcycling, all these things that you can do with items. And a lot of the older items that you'll find here are better quality and last a lot longer than the things that are made nowadays. So the quality alone is, I would say, worth it. And then the price point,
Sounds great. Do you have any coming activities in the future?
We have outdoor flea markets that will be the third weekend every month, lasting until November. We do a shop retreat in October. But this year, for our flea markets, we will be having food trucks out there. So we are excited to be having that new addition to those.
And if you want to come treasure hunting or give items you don't use anymore a second life, visit Sell It Here at 3805 Fortune Drive in Lafayette.
If you have a story idea for our next episode of Life on the Wabash, we'd love to hear from you. Email us, find us on YouTube, or connect with us on Instagram.
Your ideas will help drive the show, and we're thinking big for our next season. We'll be taking a quick break over the summer, but we'll be back with fresh content in fall.
Until then, we encourage you to explore more and have a happy Saturday.
In partnership with Purdue University Brian Lamb School of Communication and NBC 16 Lafayette, a Star City TV station.